It's been said by many commentators that the COVID pandemic is only a slight foretaste of the kind of disruption to society and economics that we can expect as we move further down the road to catastrophic climate change. There's certainly many lessons for us to draw from it and what will work for climate and the far-reaching radical action that we need. We now have billions of people effectively in lockdown across the globe. We've dramatically reduced road and air transport, and we're seeing reductions in CO2 emissions never previously recorded in history. But this gigantic fall will at most lead to a reduction in annual levels of between 4 to 6%. We're still emitting more than 80% of our pre-COVID CO2 emissions. That's a massive number, so personal behaviour isn't really going to fix the carbon emission problem. We need systemic change in how energy is generated and transmitted. So again, I say to you, to Fianna Fáil and especially the Green Party, an emphasis on carbon taxes aimed at personal individual behaviour is a massive error and will waste the time that we have left to avert catastrophe. Our climate policy continues to place its hope in private companies and investments in offshore wind energy. We will remain dependent on their prospects for profit in the years to come. The 7 proposed offshore wind projects mentioned in the last month are very welcome, but there is no mention or no vision of a state-led investment programme that can rationally plan the scale and in the timing needed for the transition away from fossil fuels. I've been receiving emails from climate campaigners urging me to support a programme for government that accepts and acts on the best climate science. And I assume that they're hoping that it will give an impetus to talks between Fianna Fáil, Fine Gael and the Green Party. If these parties do arrive at a programme, it will probably mention climate more times than any other previous government programme. It will be full of inspirational rhetoric. It will tick a lot of boxes and may fool some climate activists for some of the time, but it will not deliver the far-reaching radical action that's needed. We want to see a science-led response on climate change, not one led by economics posing as climate science. We need to look elsewhere and build a movement that is required for climate change and to change the system and not just change the climate.